channel. Kdr FM brings you all the stories. Kdr FM News, proudly sponsored by MTN.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. But baby, how come you never call me? But now with MTN, I have a daily voice bundle. I'll call you every day. Yeah, yo, baby, don't know. MTN voice bundle. Yeah, yo, baby, don't know. MTN voice bundle. Yeah, yo, baby, don't know. MTN voice bundle neza bei dondoro okutera network zona tunga dachika 25 arishiringi 10 zonka nyigasta emwe not star ibiri emwe hash otoraneho daily bundle ninga kozesa my MTN app ogambe aha bei dondoro aha kuba kuturi kugamba hamwe twine kizibira MTN enkora n'obushosholeke nibikuratirwa MTN nerebero rw'ekitongole kya Uganda Communications Commission.
Abantu nyina bakibale Kagadi Kakumiro na hadi hona mutabaruke habwokuba byansika ruguza egabude obone baletera mibazi yona eyabusireyira ikara nobya Kampala manya Kenya manya Dubai nogitoza hati nurekeraho genda mu batyasika ruguza yona emibaze roho okukebera omubiri gwono kamanya na kyorwaire byona byabusa iwo kwenda kukebera computer kwigule ebinywa kandi inyo bakasitoma babo abakuru inyo bakubahereza special care bakusubuza green tea habeya y'omusubuzi okuterwa mutwe kuterwa mutima ekiriroliro mubiri kuruma no kuzimba ebigeri ulcers hanija sukari pressure kusanyarara omusujja ogutakira kurumwa mugongo kuruma munda amani geksaija nege kazi toine iwo karwara amaino habokwane obo kabakuletera mbazi gwa amaino okubakweta high quality toothpaste bakusemereza buhereza high naiwe buli kya baraza babahunya marunda town council hasanyuka bar and lodge kandi kuruga kya kabiri kya kasatu kya kana kya katano kya mukaga hamuna kya sande babakaruguza ha office zabu enkuru ha muhanda gwa kikada waruga stand big bank hakona house ne kyapa kibahoja kwa nokirora genda akasenti ko gule mibazi niko bakwijanja bokire abukumanya bikiraho baza nabo haziro msanju munana mukaga 13 04 00 na 0 msanju 40 kenda na 5 10 23 yanshi together we share.
For how Chinese bantu baingi muno ohulira kyansimba hano nkwata hamugongo ekifuba kikuremera oburumi munyingo mu baitu hati wekwata ba for how Chinese bano ni bayijanja banokira kimo ebirwaire no biraga nenkoro yawe yokikugu baine byoma ebya meridian therapy nibikonyera okwigula ebinywa kutereza emigongo alinywa bakusasa nibakumara mu busase bona bwino munyingo hati nywa bakuzimbe bigere mugende mubayikire nibakora handwereza maiso nibajanja basukali harusazi okwetaga kusara size okendezo munyeto gwine oine kizibu kyo kusanyarara hamuna inywa bateirwe stroke niba batereza ni mugaruka okurungi muno abafo how Chinese hano mukaruguza basange amuhanda gwa kizizi ogugenda vision hakiomba ko kyakona house haihine ichundiro lya magiteri yaka opposite Millennium Guest House rundi baterera namba ze simu 0 musanju 8 kinana na 8 musanju na musanju asatu na 8 na 0 musanju 0 mwenda nkaga na 2 kinana na 3 anna nemu for how Chinese hamuno bwijanja byo burungi.
Esaha zikire musanje zeihangwe ohulirize Kdr 10 fama akaire kanu nikakuleterwa
MTN voice bundles ezikutera network zona habei dondoro migasita 10 ibiri emu hash rundo yekonyeza my MTN app okome mu daily bundle habo kuba butukuba zaitwena titukwemerezebwa. MTN Uganda Limited nerolerwa Uganda Communications Commission.
President Museveni tasks the youth to fight corruption through proper channels. Bunyoro Kingdom faults government over hiking school fees. Some requirements. High Court declares Mpuga Service Award legal, and US says the Sudan talks will go ahead despite Army staying away. These and more stories next, shortly in the detail. A very good afternoon. It is a minute past 1 p.m. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I welcome you to this broadcast of Kdr News. Now the detail. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has reiterated his call to the youth to fight corruption through the right channels, reassuring Ugandans that corruption is easy to be dealt with through joint efforts. The president gave the advice yesterday while officiating at the International Youth Day celebrations held at Soroti Koa Primary Teachers College, Soroti District. The celebrations ran under the theme Skills Development for Enhancement of Youth Opportunities. The International Youth Day is commemorated every year on 12th of August, bringing youth issues to the attention of the international community and celebrating the potential of youth as partners in today's global society. A release from the President's press unit states that President Museveni also urged the youth and activists to insist on free education in government schools, saying that Ugandans have refused to implement the program, yet it would have helped the whole country. On the other hand, President Museveni advised the school-going children to work with their parents during the holidays to stabilize the homestead incomes. The president further emphasizes that when children are still in the school system, they should always participate in sports and exercise so that they are fit, advising them to spend their youthful years doing useful things. The Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs, Balam Barugahara, assured the youth that the government is working around the clock to ensure the challenges of unemployment among them is dealt with. The chairperson of the National Youth Council Uganda, Jacob Eyeru, thanked President Museveni for guiding the youth to the right path of attaining education and creating jobs. Now over to Hoima District, the Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom have lashed at the government for paying a deaf ear as the schools hike school fees, coupled with an ending school requirements that they say has left many unprivileged children unable to attain education. The Bunyoro officials, led by the Kingdom Prime Minister Andrew Byakutaga, made the remarks during the interface with the Education Policy Review Commission that is currently in the Bunyoro sub-region, gathering views on possible overhaul of the education policy. While interfacing with the Education Policy Review Commission in Hoima, that is seeking views on possible overhaul of the education policy that was formulated in 1992, the Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom officials accused the government of paying deaf ears as schools hike fees, thus making education expensive. This, they say, is making it hard for the poor to attain better education and consequently leading to school dropouts. Andrew Byakutaga, the Bunyoro Prime Minister, wonders why the government has failed to take action against the inspector of schools, who he says most of them keep in office and make fake reports. He says the entire system needs to be overhauled to and prioritize innovative sector-based training, decrying the continued habit by the government of instituting commissions that make good resolutions but are never implemented. Dr. Kedris Triagenda, the team leader for the Education Policy Review Commission, says they will incorporate the collected views during the amendment of the education policy. Away from that, the High Court in Kampala has made a landmark ruling in a case against former leader of opposition Mathias Mpuga and benchmark commissioners that were awarded 1.7 billion shillings as a service award. Justice Douglas Karekona Singiza, in his ruling, says that the decision dated 6th May 2022 to award the former leader of opposition in Parliament, Matthias Mpuga, 500 million shillings and 3 other commissioners 400 million shillings each, as the service award was approved by the Parliament and formed part of the budget presented by the Executive as required by the Public Finance Management Act. According to Justice Karekona, the allowances of members of Parliament of the Parliamentary Commission are determined by the Commission with the approval of the Parliament as prescribed by the Section 42 of the Administration of the Parliament Act. Court further ruled that the service award was approved by Parliament in appropriation bill under the title Ex Gratia for political leaders. However, court has directed the Secretary to the Treasury to probe and discipline the clerk to Parliament Adolf Mwesigwa for his involvement in the contested service award. The service award raised controversy at Parliament and in public, prompting some legislators to call for the censure of all beneficiaries of the service award. MP Theodore Sechikubo, the Lwemiyaga Member of Parliament, the leader of the censure motion, handed over the motion that was signed by 189 members of Parliament to censure Mpuga and the 3 backbench commissioners to the clerk to Parliament, Adolf Mwesigwa. Now, the Uganda Police Force, UPF, is reportedly stuck with 7 unclaimed bodies from the Kitezi landfill catastrophe. As of yesterday, the police reported that 22 bodies had been retrieved during the 3rd day of rescue operations conducted jointly by the police, military, Ministry of Works, the Kampala Capital City Authority, the Red Cross, and the UPDF. The police spokesperson, Assistant Commissioner of Police Kituma Rusoke, says that out of the 22 retrieved bodies, only 14 have been handed over to families for burial. Kituma explains that 7 bodies remain unclaimed at Mulago City Mortuary and they are waiting for their families to come forward, even as they anticipate more bodies may be found as the rescue operations continue at the collapsed Kitezi landfill. He says that they remain hopeful that their relatives will come forward to claim the bodies, noting that there is no need for DNA testing, noting that as the bodies were not burned or in a decomposing state. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni addressed the tragedy on his X account, formerly Twitter, directing the State House Contemporary to provide financial assistance to the families of the deceased, offering 5 million shillings per person and 1 million shillings per those injured.
You are still listening to KDR News Broadcast. This is the news on the international scene.
Welcome back. Now for the news on the international scene, Sudan. The United States Special Envoy for Sudan, Tom Perriello, has insisted that talks aimed at establishing peace in Sudan will go ahead, despite the fact that Sudanese military is yet to confirm its participation. Sudan plunged into chaos in April last year when tensions between the military and the notorious paramilitary group, the Rapid Support Forces, RSF, turned into open fighting in the capital Khartoum before spreading across the country. The western region of Darfur has seen some of the most devastating bouts of fighting. Talks brokered by the United States and Saudi Arabia are due to begin tomorrow, Wednesday, and the RSF have confirmed that it will attend. A Sudanese government delegation met over the weekend with U.S. officials in the south coast city of Jeddah in an attempt to have the military attend, but no breakthrough was achieved. The UN, African Union, neighboring Egypt, and the United Arab Emirates, which has been accused of supporting the RSF with weapons, claim the United Arab Emirates officials have denied are expected to attend the talks as observers. Dear listener, it is 11 minutes past 1 p.m. As I wind up the newscast, a quick look on the top stories once more. President Museveni tasked the youth to fight corruption through proper channels. Bunyoro Kingdom faults government over hiking school fees requirements. High Court declares Impuga Service Award legal, and U.S. official says Sudan talks will go ahead despite army staying away. That's it. My name is Deo Asiimwe. I wish you the best of your lunch, and please keep with us.
From all over the world, local, regional, national and international, Kdr FM brings you all the stories. Kdr FM News, World